Hey there, everybody. Okay, so what am I doing here? Well, let me get to the live chat so I can see you. I have said for a long time, because we revisited this part in a live, I don't know, a few months ago, and people said, oh my gosh, you should take that out and put it in its own video because it gets lost in a 5-hour video and nobody knows that it even exists. Well, today I went into a chat, and in that chat I got attacked by her minions who said, no, that's not true, that didn't happen, I attacked someone else, it wasn't the way it went down, it's all a lie. So I'm going to show that to you, and we're going to put it right here in its own video. I didn't feel like downloading this 5-hour stream and then, re-uploading it. So I'm just going to play it now, let it play out. I'll be here and I'll talk to you at the end if you have any questions. So let me pull it over there. But it was after this appearance, so there's Roman. It was after this appearance on the panel in June. And let me give you a little bit of background. This was the night after I sat up here with Frank Rzucek. Frankie and Sandy made small appearances, but Frank and I were here the entire time. And contrary to what some psychologist is saying, it was the urging. The Rzuceks wanted me to do that. It was their idea to do that, to expose this script that I was sent regarding all these channels that were continuing to post conspiracy and false narratives, and this was their script for throughout the summer. Okay, so it was sent to me. It was wanting to be exposed by someone that couldn't take it anymore. Of course, I spoke with the Rzucek family. They're my good friends. That's not something that's, as people would say, that I put them in for views or anything. No, it was their decision to come forward and go through that, every bit of it. And this is the day after, okay, where we were asking these channels. Now, at this time, Natasha's channel was deep with The Truth with Dave and various other creators that were going on, I believe just Larry, and going on and on and on with these false narratives about the case. Now, for background, for those of you that are not familiar with Natasha, her old videos she came to the Watts case 2 years too late, and came bringing nothing but conspiracy, voice boxes, spirit boxes, crazy crap. I was contacted by one of her then moderators in November of 2020. I've shown that proof many times. They came to me asking what did I think. They wanted me to give the, I guess, the blessing that this was another great Chris Watts case creator, which she was not. When I saw the videos and how they were presented, I really literally felt sorry for the person. I didn't even understand the full conspiracy that she purported. Then they told me about this Facebook group, to which I went into that Facebook group, and once I saw that, I was like, you've got to be kidding me. So I didn't want anything to do with it, didn't contact her, didn't do anything with that. Stayed in that Facebook group and tried to tell people, look, this is not true, this is not true. Thought she'd kick me out at any time, but she never did. And then she came out, I don't know, in July or August, like with this big revelation that I was in that group. It was never any freaking secret. I did it right here on this show because I was so upset for the family about what you were doing, putting all that nonsense in there. Okay, had her adult daughter and her foster daughter digging graves in their backyard, laying in graves, and posted that all over Facebook. Okay, so flash forward to then, I think it was around April or March, she was on one of Save Robbie's panels when Save Robbie was going at me in earnest, and she just supposedly didn't know me at all, but then just started to make attacks on my appearance, not knowing me at all, and just because that was just for her good friend. That's her true character. Just attack somebody I don't know, make fun of their looks, just to please my friend on a panel, okay, where I know it's going to get back to that person, but you're not trying to upset that person at all, right? You're not trying to create a little fight for drama, for views, for clout. Okay. Where to believe that? then flash forward to what I'm going to show you right now would be the next. So I'm going to put this on. Like, again, I said this is in the middle of a 5-hour live. So, uh-oh, how come what's her name's baby's on there? Irene, your baby. Why is your baby on there? Okay, let's go. So this was 1 hour and about 4 minutes into it. So let me play this. I'm going to mute my microphone so you don't have to hear any background noise, and then I'm going to come back on after this is played through. I'm going to put it in full screen for you too. Ooh, Natasha wants to come up? Did someone say Natasha wants to come up? Did someone say that? They're going to say, can I tell you what they're going to say? Oh boy, so-and-so must be onto the truth, because do you see the way the Rzuceks want to come out? That's because we're uncovering the truth and they were involved in a cover-up. That's going to be the new angle. And I'm going to blow that out of the water right now. That's the next storyline, guys. That they were too close to the truth. And that's why the Rzuceks came out. They're too close to the truth. They're such good sleuths. Remember, supposedly they couldn't figure out the fake script. But it was really just that they knew what it was, a fake script. And they had to tell you that to make you think they weren't in on it. But they were in on it. All of them were in on it. Okay, all of them were in on it. Send me an email, Natasha, if you want to come up. I will tell you, Natasha, we don't curse up here. And if you start screaming, you're gone. If you cannot discuss civilly, you're gone. I don't have racial slurs. I don't have cursing up here. No foul language. Okay? So yeah, that's going to be the next thing. Hey, Susan, yeah? The next thing is that's why we're making a big deal about it. We're the liars. We're trying to cover up that it's a cover-up. It's not a cover-up. But just know, when you hear all about the cover-up, when you hear that everybody's upset, that I'm paid, as somebody with Ms M says, that I'm paid to represent the Rzucek family. No, I'm not. Not paid. No, I don't represent them. They're my friends. They're my friends. I know it's a hard concept for people on YouTube, but just so you know, April, who is patronizing her, I just asked her if she comes up, I will not tolerate cursing or any kind of yelling in a belligerent way. I will speak with her civilly if she would like, and that is it. If she starts yelling and screaming and cursing, it will be done. Oh, okay, hang on. Let me, I'm going to put this over there so I can put the number in Slack, all right? But just so you know, that's going to be the next thing. We must really be close to the truth, because that's what happens. And that's what they're going to tell you, because that's the easiest thing to explain it and go on with the money-making scam. There is no new news. Anything that comes out is fake. Jim is not connected to everybody and their brother all over the place. Okay? And Kay's father is not some big, tremendous guy that paid everyone off. That's not true. None of it is true. Nothing like that is true. And just get ready. The Cash Gurning case is already the same thing. When you hear a new twist or this and that, it's all fake. It's all fake. The fake insiders, the fake neighbors, that they can't give their names. You don't know which house they lived in. It's all fake. Thanks, Carol. Okay, let me see here. Okay. And you want to know something? I thought you were going to say that. You want to know something? We have.
Well, ma'am, do you want to know something?
I
can handle this case any way I like, woman.
Yeah, we've got a friend coming up. Natasha's coming up. So Hi, Truth Justice. Thank you. Fabulous message. Keep it on going. Yes, yes. Thank you. Debbie, thank you. I'm proud to be a member here. Thank you for your honesty. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Easily Distracted. Okay, so Natasha...
I can sit here and recline all day. Okay.
Natasha asked for a link. Now, if she comes up and wants to discuss, okay, that's fine. But if it gets bad, we're going to take her out. Okay?
Right. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
You know it.
They're streaming and making this a circus. Well, we're not going to allow a circus. Scooters are going to be the ringmaster, right? Or what do they call it? Yeah, sure.
Ringmaster, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Did you get it?
Yeah. Yep. Hello? Okay. Hello?
Hello?
Yes?
I was just told that you said that I make racial slurs, and that I said I would talk about whoever I wanted to, whenever I wanted to, and that I was going to bring up every new thing about the case, and that I didn't care anything about the Rzuceks.
I didn't say you. Okay, you've got it almost right. Okay, and I'll tell you exactly. Oh, I heard racial slurs about, I think it's is it your niece that's biracial, and she was talking about something, and there's a video, it's on a channel, I believe it's called, it's your face is there on the thing, and the child comes up to you and she says something with the N-word.
Yes, that has been on the internet for over 2 years. I have had 36 CPS calls in the last 2.5 years because I have custody of my niece and I'm trying to adopt her. We're in the process. That was done by ex-mods of mine. It has been clipped. That is not the entire conversation. It has been investigated by CPS 36 times. My niece is still in my custody. Everything was found to not be true, and my niece has even spoken online about it. She is now almost 14. So for you to repeat that over something that you saw on the internet that you have no idea if it's true.
I saw you with your own mouth.
I didn't say, what did I say? I said Negro.
Okay. You said...
You did not see me with my own mouth. I said Negro.
Okay.
You have no idea.
I'm not going to repeat what I heard because I'm not going to say that. But
well, I didn't say it. I didn't say the word. So, I mean, you can say what you want to.
Your niece says something to you, something about you call her that, and you said only when you're being a pest or something, only when you're acting up.
What I just said was that was clipped, and you have no idea if that is true or not, but you are repeating it, correct? Okay. And that is the same thing that you said that nobody wants to happen.
Wow.
People make videos all the time.
Why are you
have no
yelling?
idea
Why are,
if
excuse
they're
me,
right.
why can't you, I can't even respond because you're just talking over me. Okay? So on to the other thing, and I was going to say to you, on to the other thing, last night, yes, I heard you. You said, no one is going to tell me what I can talk about on my channel. I will talk about whatever I want, whenever I want. And for the Watts case, I will cover that every time there's something new. And if the family doesn't like it, they can get off YouTube.
No, ma'am, that's not what I said.
Okay.
I said that, and you have no idea what the context was. Because
I was listening. What do you mean I don't know what the context was?
Did you watch the whole show?
I listened to that part. Yes. Yes,
That
I
part.
did.
Okay.
Yeah, yes.
All right. I said I did say I will talk about whatever I want to on my channel whenever I want to. 2 weeks ago, and all of my viewers can attest to this, I said Sandy's video made me cry. And I wanted no part of the Watts case going forward unless something new came up. That I would not be talking about it, nor have I been. I've been covering different cases on my true crime channel. I have not been talking about the Watts case.
Okay.
Excuse me, Natasha. Why do you have that defensive tone? You know, we don't. What is it? I hear. I
Why?
feel
Because
like
of the way that
Why are
she's
you being
talking
so
about me just
defensive?
now.
No, you know what?
You would
When I
be
say-
too.
Natasha, you're the one that went on
excuse
Save
me.
Robbie and said, oh, I'm so ugly in my hair, right? You attacked my looks, remember? Or you forgot that too?
Oh, so that's what this is about.
No, that's
No,
not what it's
Natasha.
about.
Yeah. I
Okay.
see
Miss
now.
Natasha.
I
you don't
see
think
now.
people take screenshots of your stuff?
I
don't
see
watch your
now.
channel.
I see now.
Okay,
Right.
well, you know what, Natasha? When we take depositions from people, we can tell when they're defensive, lying, and trying to get out of something by the tone of their voice.
That's great. I'm glad
And
you
nobody
came
on
in.
here comes in here with the tone that you have. The minute you
Okay.
came on here, you were being so
Okay.
defensive.
Okay. I don't even
Yeah,
know who
you are.
I don't know
Go
who you are.
do
I've
your
never
own
even
life.
watched this channel.
I'm sure you haven't. I'm sure you have
I
never
haven't.
watched. Yeah, I'm sure you haven't.
I've seen screenshots of you, but I've never watched you.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
sure. Okay.
The only reason that I came here was because it was said that you were talking about me. So it is what it is. But I get it now. So
What is this like?
All right. You
elementary
get
school?
it. You get it now? Okay.
I know why you're talking about
All
me,
right,
because
so
you're
then,
upset about
then
about
since
your
there's
looks.
nothing new in the Watts case, and there will be nothing new in the Watts case, then you won't be creating any new Watts content.
Not unless I get some new
Oh,
something.
some
No.
fake stuff? Oh, okay. Some more fake
Sort of
scripts?
like what you commented on about me.
Fake scripts? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
That were put out there by fake channels. Yeah, you're right. Fake stuff. Just what you commented about me with the racial slurs.
Yeah,
I'll
no,
be happy to put you in touch with my caseworker so that you can talk to her directly and see that it's a lie.
That's okay. That's okay.
No, because you don't want the truth.
Okay. I don't want
Yeah.
the truth. No,
You know, you want to talk badly about someone, but you don't want them to defend themselves.
Okay, yeah, okay. Whatever, Natasha. Okay.
You don't want anybody to talk about anything that has anything to do with your family, but you bring up my niece.
Oh
What
crap,
does
I
my
was
niece
muted.
have to do with this case? What does my
Lady, she
niece have to
didn't
do with
say
this?
anything. Lady, she didn't say anything about your niece.
Yes, she did. She said I called my niece racial slurs.
Well,
It's in a
whatever she
video.
heard
It's
you-
in a video that
I don't care
is-
where it's at. That doesn't mean you have to repeat it when you don't know if it's factual.
Calm down, Natasha. You're gonna raise your blood pressure.
I don't care if I am. This is about my child. So yes, I'm very upset.
Well,
Oh,
this
yeah.
is about
Yeah.
the
Oh, yeah.
Rzucek
You're very
family's
upset.
child and about their
Exactly.
grandkids.
Right, and you're
Exactly.
talking about
Do you
their
see
child
how
and-
upset they are? Do you see how I have never said anything negative about Shanann or those babies? I don't let anyone say anything negative on my channels about Shanann or those babies.
Didn't
Anybody
you?
that
Aren't
does
you the
is
one that
ticked off.
reported that there was a raid at the Watts house and it was only a water main break?
Nope, I didn't. There's not a water main break.
Okay.
That doesn't have anything to do with it.
Okay. It was not a raid. It was
We're
not
talking about children.
No, see, you
I'm
keep
not
changing.
talking about the Watts now.
Yeah,
I'm talking about children.
Because you keep deflecting when I'm asking you
No,
real
you're
quick.
deflecting.
No, you're deflecting.
You're changing the subject completely. I will own anything I've said. All of my
But
videos
then
are
answer
live.
me.
I don't take things down.
Did you not say that the Watts house was
I
being
said
raided?
I received a message that said it was raided. I never said it was true. I went live and asked if anybody had any information about it, which is what I do every time I get information that I can't corroborate.
Why didn't you call the police?
Why don't you make sure
They
before
won't tell you anything. The police, are you kidding?
Excuse me, Natasha, I deal with the police all the time. You have to
I
know
don't
how to
care
get
who
the
you deal with.
information.
I don't
You
care
have
who
to
you
know
deal
how to
with.
get the information. Obviously, you're not going about it the right way. There
Okay,
are steps
okay,
to get information.
okay.
There are
I've been
legal
doing this
ways
for
to
3
get
years.
public
I know how to get
information.
information.
We all not
Yeah,
yell.
there's illegal ways to get public information. So why would you even bring that up if you hadn't concerned it?
Mimi, please, bring it down. Let's just all talk normal, okay? We don't need to yell or anything. Let's just be nice and
Well, that-
calm.
Yeah,
Okay?
that's
I'm going to say this and then I'm done. I'm just going to say this. You don't want anybody else to talk about somebody's children. Don't speak about mine when you have no idea if what you're saying is the truth. And do
I
not call
wasn't
me a
speaking
racist
about
or
your
say-
child. I was
or
not. I
say
never
that
mentioned
I
your child
made
until
racial slurs. Yes, you did. You
I
said my
said you
niece.
made a racial slur. I never.
And then when I came on here,
You asked me where I
said-
saw it. You asked
my
me where I
niece.
saw it.
I didn't ask you anything about
Yes.
what my niece said. You brought her up.
You asked me how I know that and where I saw it.
And you do not know if it is the truth. That's what I'm saying. You should not. You want to talk about everybody else not wanting to talk about the Rzuceks family. You shouldn't talk about people's families and accusations that you don't know are true. You're upset because I said something about your
I'm not
niece.
upset.
Get over it.
I'm not upset.
Get over it.
I'm not upset, and don't tell me what to get over because I'm not
Obviously you
upset.
are.
No, obviously
If
you
weren't,
sound
you wouldn't
upset.
have mentioned me. Okay.
I'm upset about you making up stuff about the case.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
what I'm
okay.
upset about.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That happened how long ago? And this you're just bringing it up because I said something
That's
on
not
Robbie's
the- that's
channel
not the
about
only-
your hair.
That's not the
Don't
only.
even.
Yeah, okay.
It's obvious.
Natasha.
You're just bringing me up, but I talked about that 6 months ago
6 months
because
ago?
I said something about your hair.
No.
Get over it.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Now
don't
you're
tell
after me because I said something about your hair.
No.
I think you can take, she's had a lot worse than
Okay.
that. I don't think
Yeah,
she's
I've
worried
had a
about
lot
that.
worse than that. I'm not worried
I
about
don't
what you
care
said
what
about
you
my
have.
hair.
So have I.
I
But you should not have brought up anything about racial slurs. If you have an issue with me talking about the Rzuceks, bring that up. But do not bring up things on my
Excuse
personal
me.
life when I said nothing about you.
Natasha, it's out there.
I
And
don't
the
care.
internet,
That
we
doesn't
have
mean
to
you
be
have to talk
accountable.
about it.
We have to be accountable for what we do on the internet. And it,
Oh,
yes,
yes, you certainly
it's
do.
against
You
terms of
certainly do.
service.
You certainly do.
Yes, that's why it was
You
brought up.
certainly do, and that's why you shouldn't speak about things you don't know if they're
I
true.
do know because I saw the videos and it was you right there. I know.
Because you saw it on YouTube, it's true. That is complete and total.
It's not something
Hogwash.
that's clipped without your face. You're speaking, Natasha.
I never said the word.
Okay, I'll put the link in and they
Please
can.
do.
Okay,
Please
and,
do.
and everybody can just make their own mind up. Okay.
Please do. Please
All
do.
right. All right. All right.
Yeah, I mean, seriously.
Mm-hmm.
But
This is the most
Natasha,
ridiculous thing
Natasha,
ever.
Could you, are you serious about you're not going to talk about like
I've
speculation?
been serious. That's why I don't know why I was
Speculation.
brought up to begin with. I've been serious about it. I have done nothing but be supportive to the Rzuceks and about Shanann and those babies. And for her to bring me up on this channel about this tonight, yes, I'm upset. And for her to say that I make racial remarks, yes, I'm upset. And anybody else would be too.
No, because you're involved in this. You're one of the people that have been going with this storyline about this case.
Lady, I didn't even start talking about this case until November.
I understand that. And that's when it was definitely a closed case in November. There was nothing to really talk about. It had been talked to death about it. So why would you start up?
The Netflix thing came out. That's how I found out about it. I had never even heard about this case until then.
Okay, but there was
Never.
never any new information on the case.
That doesn't mean that I can't talk about it. Everybody in the country was talking about the Netflix show. Why
The
can't I talk
Netflix
about
show,
something
the
I saw on
Netflix
TV?
show is something, but it wasn't just about the Netflix show. There was new things that were being reported that never happened.
Well, that's how true crime discussions work.
No, that's conspiracy, and
It's true crime discussions.
they
You
didn't
can discuss
happen.
anything you want to.
A discussion is different, but saying that there's new breaking news, okay, is a lie.
No, it's not if you get the information. And never once in anything that I say,
There's no
do I
information.
say
The
that I know
information.
for sure it is true. Never have I ever. So please
So
find somewhere that I've ever said
because
that.
you come on and say, I don't know for sure this is true, then you can just report on anything. Is that what you're saying?
Now, a lot of other people do.
Well, yeah,
I
but
sure can. If I get new information and I show where
And
I
I
got
would
it,
say
and
what my
say,
mother said,
I don't know
Natasha,
this
if
is
everybody's
true.
jumping off a bridge,
Can
are you going to
anybody
jump too?
corroborate this? Can anybody corroborate
But
this?
why
Does
do
anybody
that? You
have
should
any
do your
information?
research before you come on.
Why should I mean, seriously. When
I
get
know,
new
because you get
information,
more views if you don't, right? And it's about views and money.
I could care less about the views. I don't need views.
Okay. Yeah. Right. All right.
Natasha, can we just, okay, do you think the Rzucek family's watching and they're just not wanting people to do the conspiracy things?
I understand that
You know?
completely, and that's why I'm so upset, because I have never been anything but supportive of the Rzucek family and Shanann and those babies. That's it. I have never allowed anybody in any of my chats to speak negatively about them
Okay.
at all.
But you're on
I don't allow anybody to say anything negative about Shanann. I don't allow any theories that are involving Shanann. I don't allow any of that because I do not agree with it. I do not agree with disrespecting the dead because they are not here to defend themselves.
Well, that's really good.
And I have never
good.
done that. And for me to be brought up on this channel and included with some of these other people who come up with the craziest mess I've ever heard of, it's ridiculous. And then to also throw in that I make racial slurs, yes, I am upset.
Okay. Why are you live streaming our show?
I was live when this happened.
Okay. But that doesn't, I'm live when a lot of stuff happens. I don't stream
They're
other
listening
people.
to our conversation.
Okay. They can still listen to your conversation if they come.
They're not watching you. They're listening to me. I'm on my phone.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you don't just stream someone's conversations. Anyway, Natasha, you know that everybody knows what kind of content that there was, and there was. It's reckless to say I'm just going to run with it. Anything that someone tells me, if I don't know it, and I can do that as long as I say I don't know this is true. That's reckless.
Please go and look at all of my content and tell me when I've ever said that I can just run with anything. There have been two things that I have said. Two things.
Okay.
And those both came from people that were family members.
Wasn't there stuff that NK's all about NK and her, her cousin and everybody and the channel and all of that stuff and the problems with Mandy C over that and all that? What about that?
Yeah, ask Mark, what is his name? Mark Gillespie. Yeah, he investigated all that and showed that I had nothing to do with it.
Okay, but there was stuff that you were saying that, oh, Natasha's live about this, Natasha's live about that, about
yeah,
the
these
cousin.
people kept calling me and making allegations about Chris. Yes, they did.
But it wasn't true.
No, I told them that, and they knew it wasn't. I never believed it. I always said this is alleged to be true. We were trying to find out who was behind that channel.
Okay, but you
and I did.
Okay, but it's not factual reporting. It's not really new news. It's not breaking stuff. It's lies.
Well, you may think that, okay, but you've been covering this since the beginning. Like I said, I started in November, so all of this is new to me and to my viewers. I came from Facebook. I'm new to YouTube. So all of my viewers on Facebook had never heard about this case either. So this was a new case to us. So we discussed everything about this case. And I'm sorry that people don't like that. But never did I ever say anything negative about the Rzuceks or Shanann or those children, ever.
Did you claim that Shanann had twins?
No, I did not claim.
They wanted the chat more.
People
I did.
said.
People said they did. But so you reported on it, though, that people said Shanann.
No. We talked about it in a discussion that somebody had sent me a message and I showed the message and said, this is what I was told.
But you would know that's not true just from the autopsy.
What?
You would know that she did not have twins just by the autopsy.
How would you know she didn't have twins from an autopsy?
Oh my gosh.
Correct. Absolutely.
Because there was only one baby that was born, and that was Nico.
Honey, I'm not talking about when she died. I'm talking about previously. They said she was pregnant in North Carolina. It had nothing to do with Nico.
That she was pregnant in North Carolina when?
I have to go back and look at the dates. That was months ago. That was when I first started the case.
Okay. All right.
People were sending me
So
all
much
kinds
hearsay.
of stuff.
That's just gossip.
You don't even know the
Hearsay.
half of it. You don't even know the half of the stuff that we get every day.
I know. You see, you have to understand. I do, because I would get that, but you have to do your research as
Listen,
a
I have a
creator.
research team. I do my research. But what I'm saying is when people come through with that and I say it, when we're having a discussion, that doesn't mean I'm saying this is what is true. I talk about things that people come and say, other people come into the chat and say things, and then things are discussed. It's not that I'm putting things out there like they're truth. We talk about all kinds of things that are ridiculous that people say about the case.
But
we talk about all kinds of things that people say. I mean, one lady came on the channel and said that, and in the chat said that she was taken by aliens. I mean, people say all kinds of things. When you have a discussion group, as long as people are respectful, they can talk about whatever they want to. But for you know, I mean, it is what it is.
But it really isn't what it is. Then don't call it true crime with Natasha, because it's not. Call
But
it true
what
gossip.
Carolyn does is she researches it. She just doesn't and she calls you on it if she knows it's not fact. And she won't let anyone, talk about just,
This is what, I mean, I don't even know how we got on this
because
subject,
she
but
researches it. She knows it.
the reason I came on this channel was because you said that I said something I didn't, and because you accused me of saying racial slurs. That is why I came on.
No,
here.
I didn't accuse you. I said to you, I saw it in a video. With
But you
your,
don't know
your
if that video's
face.
true. You don't know if it's been clipped. And
Okay,
it's on a page
so if somebody's,
that has
wait,
nothing.
Natasha, as I sit here tonight in this video and I say, Scooter, is your shirt red? Scooter, that's a red shirt that you're wearing. Now, tomorrow night, if someone says to me, I heard you said Scooter had a red shirt on. And would I say, well, how do you know that's true that I said that? I saw you in the video and you said it. I saw it with your face and I saw it with your mouth and I heard your voice.
I said what I said, but the things are clipped together. It's not the entire video. It's literally a few seconds of the entire conversation that you saw. And they put that there on purpose to make it out to be something that it's not. My niece has been in my care for 4 years. That video was made 2.5 years ago. 36 CPS complaints have been done because people that don't like me spread that video around and try to make me out to be something I'm not. It has been investigated till the cows come home and found to not be true. So for you to get on here and say that I make racial slurs,
what about Ms. Mensah?
And the adoption investigators and everybody else have found that.
Okay, Natasha, can we talk about something more important? What about Ms. Mensah?
What about her?
So you say that you are for Shanann and you don't allow things against Shanann to be said. Why would you appear on a panel with Ms. Mensah, who does nothing but rip apart Shanann and lie about Shanann?
You tell me where, when I was on that panel, that she said anything about Shanann.
That's all Ms. Mensah has done.
That whole thing has nothing to do with Shanann.
She said she said many untrue things, and one of them was.
She may have, but that's Ms. Mensah. That has nothing to do with me. That was the first time I've ever been on her channel, and the first time I ever went on her panel, because she asked me up there and asked me if I would do a debate with her because she wanted to talk about her opinion. And she wanted me to talk about mine because she knows I am 1,000% pro Shanann and she is not. That's it. So please don't try to make that into something that it's not.
Okay.
Natasha, I guess you don't know about her, but she's like the biggest snake with this.
Well, she may be, but she's came into my chat for like the last week at night. And I was invited to her channel, so I went there, but there was absolutely zero that was said on that panel when I was there that has anything to do with Shanann.
Yeah,
I'm 100% pro Shanann, but I wouldn't go and debate her.
Why?
I mean, because I don't want to debate people like that.
She'll let you know.
Natasha. If you can tell your opinion, and you're completely against somebody, and you can have a civilized debate.
But I read the facts. We went over the facts of discovery.
That has nothing to do with what we're talking about with Mensah.
No, yes, it does, because Mensah says things that aren't true, like Shanann.
Well, that may be true, but I don't know. That's what I said. That's when she asked me if I would debate her. I said yes. That has
Natasha,
nothing to do.
How can you debate someone that you haven't researched, though?
Has the debate happened?
You just said you went on panel to debate her.
No, I went on panel and she asked me if I would do a debate with her publicly. She brought me
And
up
I
on
wouldn't.
panel and asked me about my channel my other channel, my second channel. That's why she brought me on panel. Then
I
she
would
asked
say
me if I would do
absolutely
a
not.
debate with her.
I would have no parts of a debate about
Well,
that.
that's your opinion.
I know.
And that's
It
your
is.
prerogative, you know. I mean, everybody's different.
It is. It is. It's just that if you said you were pro Shanann, and, I don't know why you could be pro Shanann. It was easy with this case. A lot of cases are so hard. All 2,000 pages were sent out because this is a different case. He didn't have a trial. He confessed. And he went right to jail. Therefore,
I'm very aware of everything that happened. I've read the discovery 6 times. But
I know.
what I'm saying is, me being on Mensah's panel and telling her that I would do a debate with her, it literally has nothing to do with why I'm on here. I came on here because my name was mentioned and it was said that I was going to continue discussing this case, and I am not. And 2, it was said that I make racial slurs, and I do not.
Okay, I'm just trying to look at something here.
You sure came in.
well, I wouldn't
Okay,
believe that.
so
because I don't know that.
so you didn't have
I wouldn't believe that about you.
you didn't have any videos about NK still being in contact with Chris and contacting him in prison, nothing like that.
Him contacting him in prison, I said that if he did, I wouldn't doubt it. But no, I've never done, because I don't have proof that he did.
You didn't have videos about that?
We may have talked about it in the chat, but nothing that was just about that in general.
Because it seems
I
like
mean, what is this? The Inquisition? Seriously, I came on here for 2 things.
you came on
I
here.
can say the same
No,
thing
not
and
at
ask
all.
you. You know what
We're
you've
being
done
respectful.
videos about. I mean, I've done nothing but be
being
nice.
I'm
All I
being
came on here
respectful.
for was to defend myself.
All,
And
all
We're
we're,
not
have
pulling.
any
listening.
all
I
we're,
mean, why?
Let's just talk, Natasha.
all we're trying to say,
Please,
Natasha,
don't yell.
is
We're
that there is
listening.
no new news. Everything is fake. There was a fake script that was written out that was going to last for several months and had all of this stuff that implicated innocent people like Troy and Cody.
Oh, I agree with you completely, and I've been saying that for months. Just like with the whole Kessinger channel and that channel and all that stuff, and who was behind it, with Lana and Ludovica.
But you were at one time working with Lana on that trial, weren't you?
I was going to portray NA because I didn't want her to have somebody on there that she could bully into doing it. That's the only reason I did it, and I made that very, very clear.
And by NA,
Because
you
I
mean
wanted
Nicole
her to
Atkinson.
Yes, I wanted her to be portrayed correctly because Lana's narrative about NA is ridiculous.
Okay, but everything that Lana says is not true.
I know that. I don't care for Lana at all. But you can not care for somebody and be civil to them.
Of course, yes, absolutely. But you were participating in the mock trial, right? I mean that was the plan, right?
I was going to, correct, until I found out about some other things. But yes, I was going to portray NA. She gave me a list of questions that she was going to ask, and I researched and got the answers, and I did it because I knew that I would stand my ground with her. And other people won't, because she does not intimidate me. And I didn't want somebody to be up there that she could bully into submission and complete the narrative that she's been spinning about the Life 360 and all that stupidity, and about her being in the basement and all that ridiculous mess. So that is why I said I would do the part of NA. That is it. There's no ulterior motives. There's no nothing.
Okay.
Lana doesn't even get, literally, nobody even wants
And okay,
her.
I just have a question now. Okay, so on, I believe it was May 4th, you went live with Save Robbie, and Save Robbie believes Shanann killed her children.
Okay.
He comes right out and says it. He believes
On
the
my
person.
live?
He says it all the time.
Well, he
He
doesn't say
believes-
it on my live. On May 4th, when Robbie came on my channel, we talked about his sobriety. That's it.
You were on another panel, I'm sure, discussing this case with him. You and
No.
him discussing a
I've
case.
never discussed this
It
case
wasn't
with
about
Robbie.
sobriety. When the one I saw was not about sobriety.
I've never discussed the case with Robbie. Robbie's my friend. And he's entitled to his opinion. Just because somebody has a differing opinion doesn't mean I can't be their friend.
Okay.
On opinion, it's about truth.
Everybody's entitled to their opinion.
It's not opinion, though. It's
Listen,
truth.
I'm not going to argue with you about opinions because everybody's entitled to them. What I said was Robbie
I
is my
agree.
friend. We have never spoken about
Everybody
this
does
case.
have opinion.
We have never, Robbie and I, neither personally nor privately, have we ever spoken about this case. Our friendship is our friendship that we have built online. That's it.
I don't know why you're coming up here so defensive.
Yeah, you're yelling
Are
like
you
crazy.
kidding me
Yeah.
right now? I'm not yelling. I'm just loud. That's
Bring
just how
it
I feel.
down. Bring it down, and we're ready to talk.
There's no reason to be
Carolyn's a
fighting.
great person to talk to. Talk. Bring it down just a little. It sounds like you're going to rip our heads off.
That's just how I speak. I'm the loudest person in my family.
Oh.
Okay, so what you're saying now is that you're going to make your true crime is going to be on other things, not the Watts case.
Exactly. That's what we've been doing. I got a text on Sunday, I believe, Saturday or Sunday. Somebody sent me a text message from a fake number and said that Chris had committed suicide. So I went live. There were about 6 of us creators in there, and we called and we were able to find out within 10 minutes if it was true or not. And then it was over and done with, and I haven't spoken about anything else about it. I don't intend to.
So
There is nothing else.
Did your headline read Chris Watts commit suicide?
Question mark. Because that's how the text read. And if you look, I had the text the whole time.
Do you
what
think
the text read.
there's any accountability on a creator that before they go live with a story like that they should verify it before they go live on
The
that?
reason I went live, and I made it very, very clear, as soon as it came live, I said, I just got this text. Does anybody have any information about this? Because we've looked and we can't find anything. So several other creators who covered this case came in and they're like, let me do some calls. So they did, and we found out it wasn't true, and we clarified it, and we ended the live.
Okay, I'm going to just say someone in the chat says that you knew that it was not true before you went live.
No, I did not know. I just literally got the text. before I went
Absolutely,
live.
Nicole. If you send me an email, I will definitely let you come up. Did you send me an email? Let me see. Somebody wants to say something. Janice.
The Rzuceks are wanting people just to stop the conspiracies and the speculations. They don't, they know people.
Okay, I have a question. Wait, I have a question for Natasha from someone. It says that you had spirit box sessions on Shanann.
No, I never asked for Shanann. I asked for information about the case. I don't ever speak to anybody or ask to speak to anybody directly. I don't believe in that.
And this is, I'm reading, this is a question someone asked me to ask. They said that you said that Sandy was doing the same thing, making money on her channel by showing the graves.
No, I said that saying that other channels are making money off of the deaths is no different than her having a channel and showing pictures of the grandkids and people seeing it and sending super chats.
But
There is no difference.
There's a
those
big
are her
difference.
children and her.
I get that, but she doesn't want. But this is the thing: when you do something, on the internet,
Wait, calm down, Natasha. Can you
I'm
admit?
not- I'm not
what you said
upset.
there was no difference.
There's not. When you do something online, you're opening yourself up to everything, and anybody can talk about anything that you have online.
Okay,
So,
that's
I mean,
the
we're gonna have to agree to disagree.
But isn't it a good, responsible person to stay away from hearsay?
That's not.
I mean,
I'm not doing it.
anybody can say anything.
okay. Can
I
I say,
agree.
Natasha? Can I say something? Somebody sent me one of your videos right now, and it says, "Is your thumbnail Shanann's picture, big on the bottom?" And then in the middle, you have your magnifying glass and your face. And then there's a spirit box, and it says Chris Watts case, spirit box session. So
Yeah.
why is Shanann's picture on there?
She's part of the case.
But
Why
her,
would her picture be on there?
It
If I'm in the
hurts
spirit
the
box section,
family.
I'm on the case,
her mother
and
asked
she is
that she didn't
she-
want spirit boxes of her daughter. And
okay.
she
Well,
asked,
listen. Okay,
It
look and
hurts
see.
the
I want you to look
family.
up. Would you let me finish, please? Would you please tell me the last time I did a spirit box session on Shanann? On the case? On anything?
I don't watch your channel. So yesterday I saw you for
Well,
the
whoever's
first time,
sending this,
but
I'm sure
somebody
they can
just
tell you
sent
real
it to
quick.
me. And I don't know if this person wants to come up. Maybe they can tell me because they might watch your channel.
Yeah, well, look it up because I haven't done one in months.
Okay, but you
Do you want
did.
me to step down, Carolyn, and make room?
What? Yeah, it's okay,
Do
Tracy.
you want
Yeah.
me to step down and make room?
Oh no, well, you could just mute when she comes up and then let her.
I'm
let's see.
about to step off anyhow because I've got to finish my live.
Okay, but I think this person wants to ask something of you.
Well, who is the person that's coming up?
I'm not sure that what name they're going to use, and I don't want to dox them with their name.
Okay, well, I don't
Natasha,
necessarily
I don't
wanna-
even know you. I just wanted to,
Okay, I want to ask
Talking to
Natasha a
reasonable-
question from chat.
Yeah.
Scout wants to know, she says, to Scooter, she said Sandy R is quote unquote doing the same thing on her cooking channel when she
We've already
shows
talked about
photos.
this.
I think
Okay,
that's apples and oranges. I don't.
nobody's saying, Natasha, that people don't make money on YouTube, because they do, and it's okay. But what's not okay is like lying, like what was going on with those scripts about the case. That's lying. That's fraud. There's
Hearsay.
I don't know anything about the scripts. I don't even know what you're talking about scripts wise. I don't know anything about that. I don't talk to people about. I don't know anything about the script. All I know is that if I get information, we look into it. If I can't find anything, I will say, hey, does
then
anybody
what
know
was
about
the
this?
whole
Has anybody heard about it?
okay, what was the whole problem then with the letter? Because that's all part of that. And Larry,
What letter?
the letter that was being read out, supposedly that Chris wrote that he didn't write.
Who? I didn't read a letter.
You were very upset last night about Larry.
I was upset last night about Larry because he's a liar. It had nothing to do with the letter. It was because he's two-faced and you can't trust him. That's why I was upset with him. It had nothing to do with a letter.
But what was he lying about?
He told me one thing and did another. I mean, I have zero respect for people who say one thing and do something else.
But that's what I'm saying. Wasn't it about the letter?
No, it wasn't. It was about somebody that I don't get along with, and he said he didn't like them either and said really bad things about them in a private chat, and then went to them and said, he stays in drama. I've never seen a man involve himself in drama as much as this one does.
Well, he's lied too about and collected money for billboards that.
See, I didn't know anything about that until last night, actually. Somebody came on my channel last night and said that, and I had no idea about that. People were saying something about billboards and T-shirts, and I said, what? And so somebody came on panel and told me that he had taken up billboards for Colorado or something.
He was going to have billboards about an arrest, and he said an arrest was imminent and that he had inside information.
Yeah, he also said that he knew an attorney or something in Will County, and he didn't.
It's all lies.
Yeah,
that's what.
I found out a lot of stuff last night about him.
Right. That's what we're trying to expose here. All of these lies that are going on, and
Right.
people are believing
It's
them.
the telephone game. Somebody says something, and then they say something, and then they say something, and the next thing you know, it's way blown out. So what you do is you research that, that's the way I look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't agree
You
with
find
anything
the
that
truth.
I don't agree with anything that Larry has said or done, and I don't agree with him going back on his word when he said that he wasn't going to talk about the case anymore, and then he did it. I don't agree with that at all, and I told him that I don't agree with it. I just don't. If you say something, do it. I'm really big about my word, and if I give you my word, I mean it. And I don't have any respect for anybody that doesn't. If I say I'm not going to do something, I'm not going to do it. If I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. So
Okay.
I don't have any respect for people that don't.
Okay, so then, well, that's good. So then, since then, there's not going to be anything new on this case that's credible or anything. I mean, if you're going to just say something came across and not check it out, you know, that's one thing, okay? But if you're talking about real evidence or new evidence there's not going to be. The case is closed. So that would mean there would never be any new breaking news videos about
Other
Chris
than
Watts.
if he does his 35C or something like that. Yeah,
Okay, well, if he did his 35C, yeah, that's one thing. If he did it and it was done, okay.
And that's
yes.
basically what we were talking about. That would be the only reason
It's-
that I had to go live about anything.
It's hurting the family, and even major networks make decisions on
Okay, but
you
let
know,
me
whether they
I'm
tell
gonna
a
say
story
something, and I understand
or
completely.
do they
I understand
destroy a
completely what you're
family.
saying. I understand what you're saying
And
completely.
you're
I do.
destroying a family.
But this is the thing, and
Not you.
this is what everybody has to understand, and this is what I actually was talking about this earlier. There are so many cases that have been being talked about for years, and it doesn't matter what you say or what you do. Nobody is ever going to stop talking about this case. You're never going
But
to
they're
make
not- but-
everybody stop talking about the case.
That-
You're never
that's
going to be
not
able
true.
to
Right,
stop it. You're not.
but it's not that, okay?
There's always going to be
It's what bothers the family is not the facts, okay? What bothers the family is all of this stuff that's not like one video. The channels that are doing this and channel 2 is constantly there's stuff, new breaking news, new breaking news, new breaking news, new breaking news. Every day we're on to something. And it's constant and it's all lies.
Well, and there's a lot of people who have
And it's-
never built their entire channels are built on this case.
But
I
Natasha,
don't agree with that.
Natasha,
But
listen. When someone's covering this case, like in the beginning, when we were covering this case, we were going through the discovery and we were covering it factually. And then when we got to the end,
Right.
you know, you get to the end at a point
It's
and
an
it's
end.
done and it's finished. And,
It's done.
But see, now all of a sudden for like 2 years, it was that there was new stuff happening. And there's been new stuff happening consistently. There's another person in the shadows. Now there's 3 people in the shadows. Wait, there's 4.
So-
and somebody's
dollars.
related to the person next door. And oh my
Listen,
gosh, they
I
found
don't even-
someone.
I don't even address. I want to not even let anybody talk about the shadows on my channel because I think it's ridiculous. I said, I mean, it could be a possum for all they know. They don't have any idea. A shadow is a shadow, and they're subjective. Nobody's going to be able, if somebody tells you that you're going to see something, you're going to see it. I don't believe that shadow crap is bull. But I mean, as far as I'm concerned, and I've already said this on both of my channels, actually, I have zero desire to talk about this case. It's toxic. The people, I mean, I have never in my life, I've covered several different cases. I have never seen a case attract so many psychotic people in my life. And that is the God's honest truth.
Well, because the
I mean,
people...
It
you know, and-
happens a lot, and we're on
Not-
YouTube now. And there's
Well, like I said,
I'm sorry, but
I came from Facebook, and I have never seen anything like this.
Well,
ever.
they
I'm
discussed
gonna see a
the
lot of
case
it.
on Facebook. I mean, you had many Facebook groups discussing the case, lots of them, and
But-
lots of them
but
brought
what
some
I
crazy
wanna see-
stuff.
Is
Caroline,
not
can you
to
please check your
destroy
email?
families by just going
Um,
on and on and on and on.
I agree
That's
with you.
all.
I don't agree with the people who
If you
have
have
built
empathy-
their case, their channels entirely on this case. There are plenty of other cases that can be talked about,
What?
and
Right,
and that's
and
exactly
when
what
that-
I've done.
There's, I hear you, Natasha, and when it's done, there's more crime out there, and that's what you do. You move on. It's
There's
true
always
crime.
been new
You don't
stuff.
stay on the
Exactly.
same.
No, you stay on it till you're
Right.
till you exhaust everything, and then you move to the next one, and that's exactly what I've done.
And you move to
And
the
I-
next one, and that's
Can
all
I
the
say
family
Oh wait,
wants.
Tracy, 1 second. Let
Can I
me
say
say, somebody
something?
just sent me something, Natasha, and it's a text message, And it says it's between Dave, and that's probably Seeking the Truth, Dave, Kimberly, Judy, Crafton, and it says, somebody says, I'm way behind, but I say grab shite. I barely swear on my show. I barely say anything controversial. Hence, I've never even had an attempted strike. What I do is tell the truth. If truth is harsh, then. I called a friend that works for the DOC in Wisconsin, not at Dodge, but they made a call and just called me back, said there's no news on this. I guess they're talking about the suicide.
That's Larry.
Okay. Unless they're keeping it under wraps, but he's pretty high up. And then they have you saying, okay, because my source works in admin, the warden's assistant. And he says he's been on suicide watch for the past few days due to his bizarre behavior.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and we were both able to just find out that it was not true.
Okay, but you have a warden's assistant in Dodge Correctional that you speak to about Chris?
In Wisconsin.
At Dodge Correctional?
No, not at Dodge. I never said anything about Dodge.
Then how would they know about Chris?
The same way that Larry said he had somebody that was a correctional officer. I don't know. People say they are people all the time, and that's why I didn't use that as proof. That's a private text message, and I did not use that as proof of anything being true.
What did you use as proof?
Cher called Ronnie Watts.
Cher called Ronnie Watts, and what Ronnie Watts said there was a suicide attempt?
No, Ronnie Watts said that they talked to him that morning and he was fine, that it wasn't true. And that is exactly what we said.
Excuse me, can I ask Natasha a question?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Natasha, would you be willing to respect the family's wishes and not discuss the case anymore?
Jesus Christ, have I not already said that?
No, I didn't hear you say that. That's why I asked it. I wouldn't ask it if I heard it.
Yeah, I didn't hear it either.
I've said that repeatedly. I mean, I had already made that decision. I've announced it over and over.
Thank you, Natasha.
I have no desire to talk about it. The whole case, and like I said, the whole case is toxic. Until I came over here and started this case, I didn't go on panels at all. I didn't. I was a solo show, didn't do anything. And I wish to God I never had, because this is the biggest bunch of bull crap I've ever witnessed in my life.
Well, all crime cases can be like this. It's just
none that I've ever witnessed, none that I've ever covered.
Well, the Cash Gurnan case is becoming like that with the lies. The lies. I
don't doubt that either. That case is something else. But I mean, I've talked about it twice. But
we're on YouTube now, and that's what makes it different.
Well, the thing about it is, there's so many people who are trying to make, I don't know, people who.
It's a contest to be breaking news, and people don't fact check, and they just want to get out there with something controversial. And if you didn't care about views and clicks like that, then why not just fact check this stuff and only go when?
I don't even know that it's that. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know what it is. We've talked about this on my other channel several times. I don't know what the driving force is behind a lot of this stuff that's coming out now. I mean, everybody's talking about these takedown attempts and plots and plans like this is the mafia or something.
Well,
and I mean, it's the most bizarre thing I've ever witnessed.
According to some, there is the mafia involved in it. According to some of the
YouTube and taking people down off YouTube.
Oh yeah, there's been a whole talk about an underground and everything. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sweet baby Jesus. I don't know. That's way over my head. I just want to talk about cases and.
Okay, can I ask Natasha? Okay, you said, you're not going to talk about it anymore, unless there was something, like a credible breaking news thing.
Yes,
right?
I'm saying it on your channel. I'm saying it publicly. I give you my word. I'm not going to talk about it.
But that's okay. I was just going to ask you then, you know how bad this is hurting the family, right? All this.
Yes, we've already discussed that. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I just wanted to ask you, then would you encourage the other channels that
I have? I actually asked Larry, and I mean, I've asked
join the cause.
But you can't make people do things, and unfortunately, some people are too set in their ways, and they're going to talk about what they want to talk about on their channel. The only person that I'm responsible for is myself. And I'm telling you that I'm not going to talk about it on my channel, and that is all I can do. I can say it till the cows come home, but that doesn't mean that anybody's going to listen to me.
well, maybe, you know, if you just keep encouraging them and stuff
Keep
like
trying and mentioning it, you know?
that. Just for the family, just to help them, you know?
Just think if it was your family every day.
Well, and I get what you're saying. I mean, I'm not arguing that point. But what I'm saying is that if I can say it on my channel all I want to, but I can't make people do it. And, you know, it is what it is. I've already said it. I've already said that I'm not covering it. I don't know what else. I don't know what else I can do.
Well, all I'm saying, you know, at least if you try, you know, if you
I'm
say, "Well,
glad.
not talking
Thank
about
you.
that. I'm not talking about it. Case is closed."
Yeah,
You
I mean,
know,
I've already
we
said
don't
that. And I mean,
speculate. We don't-
I had even decided that, especially after last night and the debacle between all of this mess with
Well, yeah.
Larry and these letters and people not being who they are and people claiming to be somebody. And
It's worse,
contacting
Natasha.
people.
It's worse now, Natasha, because like the scripts, okay, so somebody's getting blamed by the largest creator for the scripts. That larger
I saw
creator
that today.
is throwing that other creator under the bus. That other creator is saying, no, I'm being lied about. This is not true. I'm being thrown under the bus. And so now you've got this huge thing going on where one is blaming the other for the scripts. Who got those out? How did they leak out? Blah, 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 blah. And
Yeah, it's a mess.
yes,
It's a
it
mess.
is. It's a real mess.
And I don't know. I'm telling you, I don't know what the solution is. We've actually talked about this ourselves behind the scenes, and I don't know. I don't know what the solution is. I mean, it's crazy. And I say this all
Simple
the time.
things.
I'm not even covering the
Tell
case.
truth.
I'm not even covering the case, and every morning I wake up and it's something crazy that's going on with this community.
Everything that goes on, tell the truth, research it. There's all kinds of things that we can all do if we become creators and try to anyway. Is it going to help everyone? No.
I understand what you're saying. But what I'm saying is you can't make, and that one particular person, good luck. I mean, I don't know. He called me a crackhead. And if you looked at me, I mean, I have 3 chins. I'm not a crackhead.
But maybe you could make a change to someone else, and then maybe they could make a change to someone else, and eventually maybe
Well, exactly. That's
these
what I mean.
channels could be.
That's what I'm saying.
Wouldn't
That's what
you
I'm
rather
hoping.
have a reputable crime channel or whatever channel you want to talk about? Don't you want to be reputable? And if and I appreciate you saying, I hope that's true. I really do. And I hope that you maybe join the cause to, have some empathy and just, the case is over. And if anything gigantic, I doubt it, but comes around, let's just respect the family, all of us,
I agree with you, but let me say this. Going on here last night and then again tonight talking about this, all that's done is create more content for them to talk about, because that has been what everybody has talked about.
But what's going to happen,
day
Natasha, what is going to happen is
that's their problem.
They're just talking now about this leaking out, and we're going to go back to our investigative techniques instead of everybody seeing this as a farce. Stop. These people have to stop lying. They knew about it. They're creating this. Any new news is made up. It's fabricated. There is no more news.
They knew about the letter being false. I can't even talk. They knew about the letter being fake?
Yes.
Wow.
Everything is fake. They know it all is fake. It's easy money. It's a captive audience.
If that's true, then I'm very disappointed, because, there's a lot of people that I thought, and I'm seeing it more and more, and that's, like I said, I've never really associated with other creators or whatever until I came over here, and I have definitely
That's great to hear.
learned some valuable lessons.
That is good to hear.
I really hope that's true, because I really like hearing that from you.
Well, I'm just going to tell you, I don't say anything I don't mean, and anybody that knows me will tell you that.
Hi, Nicole.
If I say something, I stick by it.
Well, I sure am glad of that.
Hi, Nicole. Do you have...
Hello.
Hi. Did you want to ask something?
Yeah, so I granted, let me just first say this. Thank you for allowing me to come up here.
You're welcome.
Unfortunately, I'm not familiar with everybody on the panel, so if I ask a couple of questions, just know I'm not trying to argue. I just am trying to help the conversation.
Okay.
The reason that I wanted to come up is because a lot of what is being mentioned, and I would say easily more than 50-60%, is stuff that Tasha's not the one doing. It's other creators. And it was really hard. The first, I want to say 15-20 minutes really seemed like she was kind of getting hammered. And I understand that the family's feelings are of the utmost importance, but actually Natasha said those words many times. I witnessed her tell people, oh, the case is over. And I just find it a little disheartening to listen and kind of watch on the video that it's almost like you have a list of some kind. You did this on May 4th.
But aren't you happy now it's resolved?
But
she said that you said it. She said she wouldn't do it.
But she said that before. And that's great, and I'm glad you're happy. But I guess what my concern is this list that you have.
No, it wasn't a list. They were sending me videos.
Okay, so
well, it shouldn't matter what date it's on. It's out there.
Yeah, they were just sending videos, Nicole. That were done.
So, okay, some of the things that were being mentioned, I don't believe that you had a video for every single one, because I know that some of the instances were not Natasha. There is, unfortunately, no matter how much we want it or not, there is a certain amount of drama in the YouTube world, just like there is everybody.
Okay, no, but we're not talking, Nicole, we're not talking about drama. What we're talking about tonight is made up facts, fiction, reported as facts about a case that's closed.
Okay, but that's what I'm trying to explain to you.
National Wire.
With all due respect, it's been a little bit hard to get a sentence or two in. So if you could just give me a couple moments, I'm not trying to be argumentative.
Yeah, we won't say anything.
So with some of the items that were mentioned that you had said that Natasha definitely did this and she definitely said this and she reported it as fact.
Those weren't my words. I never said definitely. That's just not the way I spoke. Okay, but you're paraphrasing.
That's fine. I'm paraphrasing. I'm not quoting you at all. So
don't paraphrase. Say the facts.
Okay. Well, I didn't write it down and take notes. So this is kind of what.
But then just don't say definitely, because then like just say I think you said this.
Okay. The way I understood it was that you were saying there were some things that Natasha got on a video and said this is a fact, and I witnessed her not saying those things. So what I'm trying to say is,
okay, I can speak. Can I just, what, I can clear it up for you. Okay, I'll just tell you this real quick. When that whole raid happened, that raid thing about the Watts house, I can show you. I started to receive email after email after email after email, and it was over a period of time. And somebody was saying, oh my gosh, someone's reporting that something's going on at the Watts house. And I actually made a call to Sandy, because Sandy's my friend. And I said, did you hear of anything going on at the Watts house? Some kind of a raid? I don't think it. And she said, no, that's not true. It's not true. Now, in all this time that I was gathering this information, it was still being reported that this was happening. This is why I'm saying that. So while we were clearing it up behind the scenes, it was still happening. That's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm talking about.
And I don't take that away from you. I'm not talking about that instance. So I'm not even trying to argue with you. Go ahead. What I'm trying to get across is that there seems to be this in my opinion, just from what I heard, there seems to be kind of a preconceived notion that Natasha has done A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and she's reported it all as facts. And I know that not all of those instances are accurate. And since a lot of this conversation, which I agree with, by the way, a lot of the conversation that you're saying is, let's stick to the facts. Let's not, assume anything. Let's not do, and you made some very good points. For me, when I hear that, it was a little perplexing because some of the things that were being said that she was doing, I knew she didn't do. So that in itself was not sticking to the facts. So that was my concern. And I think the only way, because I know I've personally heard Natasha say that family needs to be left alone. Let's stop. And I'm not saying she's perfect and she's never done any of these things, but she is one person out of a sea, an ocean of YouTube
Can I
creators.
ask you something now that you just said that?
Absolutely, yes. Go ahead.
I'm butting in. I'm sorry. But
No,
Natasha,
you're
if
good.
she said, don't bother this family, can you prove that?
I don't have the time to go back and watch all of her videos. No, I can't prove it. I know that I heard it.
I've yet to see that. I've yet to see it.
Well, I've said
And
it
that's-
because I think it's ridiculous.
And that's
But
and that's
Natasha,
fine that you get.
I did see Natasha, and I saw it in your live video last night. You said if they don't like it, they can get off YouTube. I did hear you say that. And see
Was she referring to the Watts case when she said that? Did she actually
Yes.
say that?
I don't even think we were
Okay.
talking about the Watts case.
You
last
did,
night.
because
Yeah.
somebody came into your chat and said the Rzuceks were there and they don't want anyone to talk about the case anymore. The case is closed. That's when you said it.
Well, I don't know that if I was talking about that or not. I may have been talking because we were talking about lots. I don't even remember that. But if I said it, if I said that, I apologize because that's not what I meant. What I meant, I don't even know. I'm gonna have to go back and look because.
And really, what the main purpose I came up here. I know it seems like I'm just trying to defend Natasha, but I think that you all have the same mindset, and that is let the Rzuceks. Just let them be left alone. Let's not talk about them.
Well,
and I don't disagree with that at all. And I don't
it's not
think
just the
Natasha does
Rzuceks. It's not just the Rzuceks, Nicole. Let me just tell you one other thing. There's a girl named Bianca Devins, and she was brutally murdered.
Is any victim?
Yeah, but I just wanted to use this one because I want to tell them this is happening to her.
Right.
Bianca Devins was brutally murdered. I don't know if you know the case. And she in New York. I live in
I
New
do.
York, about 2 hours from here. Actually, in the same town that Larry's in, and yet Larry, didn't know anything about it until she showed up here. Her mother came and did an interview because they're trying to change laws to get a Bianca's law. Because what happened was when she was murdered, the man that murdered her took a video of the murder, and then he took her pictures when she was deceased, okay? And he posted them on Instagram, and he posted them on 4chan, and he posted them on one other site. I think it was a gaming site. So they couldn't get those photos down. And the mother is still tormented by those photos of people that grabbed them before they could get them down. And so that's going to be Bianca's, let me just finish, Bianca's law. And then, so the mother came here because a creator on here was kind of starting in the Chris Watts territory where she was writing to this murderer in prison and feeling very sorry for him and pleading his case. And she got on our panel deceptively. She told us we were going to talk about the Delphi case, and suddenly it turned into something entirely different. And we were just blown away by it. And we said, yeah, I don't think so. And from that point, I got in, with her mother. And then her mother said she had been being tormented because we saw this woman on her channel have Bianca's sister, who's 17 years old. And she basically, this girl handled herself beautifully. But what this creator told her was that, things that weren't true and all about this murderer and things about her sister that weren't true. And they couldn't get a word in edgewise. So then we had an interview with the mother. And now, ironically, the mother contacted me the other day and she said it's been getting so bad on YouTube and that this creator keeps going behind the scenes, and doing all this stuff, just like with Chris Watts. And there's something to these women that are contacting these men in prison, and then they are pleading their cases, which not based on fact, but just based on emotion and emotional attachment to them somehow. but then they start tormenting the victims' families. And
Right.
this is the whole point. That creator said the exact same thing. She said, because the girl said, why can't I've given up every form of social media. YouTube is the only thing I go on, and it's because I want to watch a makeup tutorial, I want to watch a movie. And this creator said, you need to get off YouTube if it's bothering you. Just like that. And I thought, well, why do people have to get off YouTube just because other people want to just report on things that are not even facts and want to be really disrespectful to victims' families just because maybe they've fallen in love with the murderer or whatever reason, but it's against terms of service. And why should they have to leave a forum? That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
I just have one thing to add. There's also another really horrific case where the girl had a terrible accident and was decapitated. A beautiful young girl. And that went on for months and months through the YouTube. And the family were on begging and begging and begging. They were calling her the most sickening names I've ever heard. Beautiful young lady that was in an accident and beheaded, and they got pictures of it. And so
her name was
can we
Shannon.
stop it?
That was a good friend of mine, Shannon.
Was
I'm
it Tammy?
sorry.
Oh, sorry, Tammy.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
And it was by a logging.
So there's a lot of cases.
By a lot
Right.
of
No,
Yeah.
100%, ladies. I agree with everything you said. You're right. It's not just the Watts case. And I really, everything you guys have said tonight, I've agreed with. And in the context that you're saying them, I just didn't want some of the information that was maybe a little bit off. I didn't want it all being attributed to Natasha, since I know that not all of that is her character. I will say this, and
We don't do that.
I'm sorry.
Carolyn wouldn't allow that.
No, I'm not, like I said, maybe not intentional. That's why I'm saying, again, it's not an argument. I'm not trying to debate. I'm not trying to say, what's that?
We only see what we see, that's it.
Okay. So last night, for an example, I don't doubt that Natasha said about, I'm going to say what I want to say. I know that last night it was a little bit more heated because of the Larry situation. And one of the things that I've learned with Natasha is that she talks a lot. She talks loud sometimes, which is why some people think she's yelling at them. And she tends to hop around from one conversation to the next. She could be talking to somebody in chat. She gets a text message.
That's what I was just fixing to say. I read just about every message in my chat while I'm doing that, while I'm live. And I respond to the messages in chat. And if I see something in the chat that catches my attention that I want to answer while I'm live, I may be talking about something else, then I'm going to stop and I'm going to answer that. So that's what I've got to go back and listen to from last night to see where I said that and what I was talking about, because I don't remember saying that at all.
Right. And again, I mean, by coming up here, I meant no disrespect, and I'm not trying to say that you guys are, trying to attack her or anything. I just kind of wanted another perspective added, because I do know who she is in her heart and the kind of person she is. And I understand on the surface sometimes when we hear things, or, maybe a couple months ago, she may have said something different and it's not reflecting with maybe what she's learned along the way and what she feels and says now. So, yes, I mean, I guess I did come up here to sort of
Talk things. We don't attack. We just talk. That women should rule the world. We sit down and talk about it and say, hey, this needs to change. We can't let this keep going on and on and on. And respectfully. And Carolyn wouldn't allow that on the
right.
channel.
And I love, right. And I see that now, and I love that.
I hear you.
But when I wanted to come up, it was a lot of, people do tend to think Natasha's yelling. So it felt like in the moment when I was like, please let me come up, I just could see what was happening. And she doesn't, she's not yelling. She just is loud. I mean, I love her.
Just loud.
but
I
she's
always have
loud.
I didn't think she was yelling. I just wanted her to bring it down a little bit because what happens
Right.
is everybody gets sleepy. I didn't think she was yelling at us. I thought she was just
Okay.
that way.
Yeah. But it, at the end of the day, I thank all of you for allowing me to come up here, and I'm so glad we've been able to just talk and get on the same team
Yeah.
because I truly believe
That
we
would
are.
be
on the same team.
awesome.
Yeah,
That really
Speak
would be
the
awesome,
truth.
Nicole. That would be great.
Yeah.
Think of
So,
that family.
Yeah,
That
I
would
mean,
be
I
so
have-
awesome.
I
Trauma,
have no issue with that. I have no issue.
trauma
with,
and true crime. I don't know what you're saying. Who's making up the rumors? Are you saying I'm making up rumors? Trauma and true crime. I'm not understanding your post there.
Well, Carolyn, I'm having a problem right now too. 'Cause
Yeah.
I see somebody in here with a TMD17 and it's all lowercase and it's not me.
Oh gosh, that's been happening to me. I've had 3 of my mods have their entire profile cloned in the last week,
Yeah. So
and
I'm
they've
like,
been. And I know I found out who did it. So
Okay, so trauma and true crime says we all just make up a rumor. I think you mean should we all just make up a rumor that MRB so we can fight? Sorry, Mama, don't play that. Trauma and true crime. I don't know what you were talking about.
I think she's just saying that you don't play that. That there's nothing gonna get by you, Carolyn.
Oh,
think
okay,
that's
because
what
I
she's
didn't
saying.
understand. I don't know. I'll come up on panel if you want me to answer.
Okay, come on up.
Well, send an email.
I
Go ahead.
thought something good came out of this
Yeah,
discussion.
so thanks, ladies. I really
I was-
hope that you, help to spread that. If that works, then we won't be seeing any breaking news on the Watts case.
And just try spreading it. Just try one.
There's plenty.
Absolutely. There's one
Unfortunately, there is an abundance of true crime. Unfortunately,
Hi, Shannon Ann. Love you, girl.
You're exactly right, Carolyn.
there is, and there's also an abundance of idiots on the internet. So,
Right.
Yeah.
it is what it is. But I will say this, and I've said it before, but I told y'all, I've already announced it to everybody that I wasn't going to talk about it anymore, and I'm not. I have no
That's all
desire
we
to.
can, that's all the
Yeah.
family could ask for. That's a beginning for them, Natasha.
Yay!
Yeah.
I mean, I
hope.
just, like I said, when I came on here, I was 38 hot.
That
because
gives us hope.
anybody
Yes.
that talks about that whole racial thing and my niece, that is a subject that gets me every time because Jesus, I've been dealing with it for
I don't
over
like it
2
either.
years. Over 2 years,
Yeah,
and my
yeah.
niece does not deserve getting
Okay,
drunk
all right,
into
okay.
this crap nonstop.
all right.
She just doesn't.
I didn't know when it's from, and if you've learned or you've moved past it, whatever. Okay, I can
Yeah.
accept
I mean,
that.
that like I said, that is the only reason that I had a problem.
Okay.
I didn't even care so much about the
Here
rest.
I
It
am
was that
again.
mainly because, I mean, we have been through heck and back with that whole situation, and she gets affected by it every time, and it's just not fair. It's not fair that
Right.
people who don't like me spread that crap around,
Okay.
and it's just not. It's just not.
Right.
And
Oh,
I
yeah.
wanted to tell you too that.
What about what Carolyn goes through? I mean,
Well, I was about
she
to address
lost her
that.
child.
I know. I was about to.
Carolyn
well,
lost her child.
That's
Yeah.
why I have my niece. My nephew was killed in foster care.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
he was-
sorry
he
to hear
was-
that.
Oh,
Carolyn's been through, I'm sorry,
7 years old.
double on
trying to talk
hockey
to me.
sticks.
7
She's
years
been
old.
through the ringer.
Yeah.
How
So,
old?
I mean,
So sorry to hear that.
I
Oh,
know. Yeah.
Natasha.
Yeah.
I'm
And that's
so-
why I have my niece. So,
Okay. Let
I'm
Natasha
so-
finish this thought because she's trying to finish something. Go ahead, Natasha.
oh, sorry, I got sidetracked. I hate to talk about. Give me just a minute.
Okay.
We put her on the spot.
Yeah.
I
Take
just-
your time.
It's a tough subject, but I was going to tell you that as far as one particular person, and I'm not going to say her name,
Mm-hmm.
but it starts with an M, and I'm sure you know who I'm talking about.
Right.
As far as that goes,
Uh-huh.
I need to put you in touch with somebody.
Okay.
No, I mean authorities.
Oh, okay.
Um,
that that is a very scary situation. It truly is. And
She threatened to
Natasha's,
kill me and my children. So yes, it is.
yeah, so it's, she's not exaggerating.
Yes,
in that
I
aspect.
know. I've had death threats too, and you know, that person is still here on YouTube, even though the FBI has found her death threats credible enough to send to the Attorney General of her state, and they've had to go to her house. That person is still
Your
on
house
YouTube.
was swatted, for God's
And my house
sake.
was swatted, a real SWAT, not a
Mine-
wellness check.
A
but-
real
I've had-
SWAT
I've
happened.
real
had that
SWAT.
happen twice.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's ridiculous the things that you have to go through because people don't like you on the internet.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that one particular person, I mean, I 100% understand as far as that goes. But I get I get a really bad rap because I do speak my mind and I do call people out on things that they do. And that is why people don't like me. And it is what it is. But I'm not changing. I'm 45. I'm not going to change who I am. And I do try to do what I think is the right thing. And whether people believe that or not, you know, that's on them. But I appreciate you letting me come up and talk about this and clear this stuff up. And the Rzuceks 100% have my support. They always have.
And Nicole Atkinson too.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. That's like I said, that's the whole
Thank you,
reason.
Nicole, and thank you.
That's the whole
Oh,
reason that I was
making
going to
that
do that mock trial because I didn't want her to be portrayed inaccurately. And I knew
Thank
that's
you
where it
for
was going.
making the pledge.
I mean,
You're
it is
welcome.
what it is. But thank y'all for letting me
All
come
right.
on here.
Thanks for coming
I
on.
appreciate it.
Thanks.
And y'all have
Okay.
a great night.
All right.
Yes,
You too.
Thank
All
Thank you,
Okay.
thank you, ladies. I do appreciate you letting me have a voice. You guys have a good night.
You too.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, now I think this trauma and true crime, if you want to come up, you need to send me an email. Okay, so after that, when she went back to her camp, and she called that Nicole Morgan, who happened to be her friend at that time, who is no longer her friend, or who knows, the way they flip and flop, maybe they're friends again, but called her up to come and white knight for her, and that's exactly what she did. Had to white knight for her, had to diffuse the situation. But then immediately after, they went back into their camp, and I guess they then sat back and said, oh my gosh, you looked so bad up there. So what they did was they reversed it and said, oh, you owned her, you were a boss, Tasha, you were this, you were that. If she was such a boss, why'd they go on the attack? It was immediate from this point that they started to make video after video after video about me and didn't stop. Sometimes 3, sometimes 4 a day. We know where it went from there, and that's what it is. And the reason that this was brought up today was because I went into a chat today and was attacked by her minions about this. So, you know what? I said a long time ago I was going to take this part and put it in its own video so people can see it, because people are not going to look through this 5-hour video to find this 1 hour. So now it's here. So now people can see with their own eyes. This is what set her off. This. Because people went and said, wait a minute, the racial slur that you said is up there. And Mommy Ramblings is right. You did say it. Okay? And they started to look at her content. And she did make the Spirit Box videos about shenanigans. Okay? And they looked at her Facebook page. And they started to look at all this. And she was pissed. Okay? So that's where it is. That's why she's attacked me. That's why she continued to attack me forever. So, you do, Jonathan? That's good. Not long after, oh yes, and then yes, we had at this point in time too, she was, Mandy C was a terrible person, and then Mandy C was a wonderful person, and then Mandy C had a domestic violence call that reunited this whole community. It reunited Cher, and it reunited Natasha, and it reunited Mandy, and it reunited a bunch of people that all came together And we got blamed for saying it wasn't true. Okay? It wasn't true. We got blamed. Scooter and I got hung out to dry because we said it wasn't true. We did not feel it was true. Guess what? A couple months later, all of them said that wasn't true. It's such lies, scripts, drama for views. Nothing they say is true. It's disgusting. It's the same way with them. Rinse, wash, repeat. Think up some more drama. Go hate at somebody. Go find a bigger channel that I can go and use their name to get the algorithms in my favor. And that's exactly what she did. Just like last night, she needed to put 3 channel names in her title because she needed views. She needs drama for views. Like bowling for dollars, drama for views is what she does. And her minions go any channel, and there's nowhere that I can go that they're not there starting crap. So here it is. You asked for it, minions. Here it is. Anyway, Trisha Salas, I'm not deleting anything. Okay, Trisha Salas. I don't know what's going on. If there's a lot of people in here, if somebody's comment gets deleted, that can happen when people are trying to quickly get rid of horrible comments, and we've had a share of horrible comments in this chat that are, really not nice. Oh my gosh. They make it, Kelly Dawn says, they make it seem like I'm the obsessed one that can't stop talking about her, but none of the newer people realize how long I ignored everything for so long. Exactly, Kellyanne, and I don't know why your comment was deleted, but again, some comments are getting deleted because the mods, I think, are a little overzealous, so I apologize. Some of them. Shannon, thank you. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hold on. Sorry. Hang on. Okay. Sorry about that. My Zoom moved over there. Hi, Rosalita. Crazy. Tell that to the ones doing the drama. Julie Funny. What are you talking about? About mommy? Julie Funny? I don't even see Julie Funny. I don't know. I don't see Julie Funny. There's been a mass amount of trolls. Yeah, that's what it is. It's just, if you had a comment that was deleted, that's good. It's just because it's hard when the chat is scrolling to grab the right comment. It's nothing personal. Can we decoupage now? Yeah. Well, I think we all need to decoupage now. Right? I knew it was an auction stream. Who needs a cold bath? Who needs a cold bath?
Roman.
Why?
He's got a one-track mind.
Oh.
It's too bad.
Really?
Yeah. So I have to do.
Oh no.
She seems like very obliging though too.
Really?
Yeah.
Stop. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, Roman, we've got a problem because, well, Roman is wanting to get romantic with Lucy, and that can't happen right now. Set chat to slow mode. Yeah, but it's such a pain in the neck. Maybe they'll go now because she's not on. They'll go now. They don't know how to handle regular talk.
I didn't check the chat. I should.
What?
I should look at the chat.
No, I'm not talking about that. Hi, Robin. Hi, Dina. Aurora. Lisa H. Kevin Leonard. Thank you to the moderators for putting up with that craziness. Roman, what's the matter?
That's all he was to do. Like I said, he hops. Wants to hop up there, and she said, and I pull him away. And she
Roman
stands right
making
there.
the best use of his last day. Well, I hate last day, but bring Roman over. Can you bring Roman over for a minute? Can you? Roman's in love. Wow.
You want him?
No, you.
Hmm?
Hi,
Yeah,
Roman.
it's bad, Roman.
Want to stay with me? He's probably gonna. Oh gosh, you're wet. Oh, he's wet,
His
Jimmy.
His feet.
He's all wet.
He's fine. He'll be dry by the time he gets done with you.
Yeah, but he's all wet.
He's fine. Fine. Honey,
Roman.
he's fine.
Roman.
See my buddy on TV.
Roman. What's the matter, Roman? You're silly. You're silly, Roman. What? 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 Where's Lucy? Where's Lucy? You can't go near Lucy. You can't go near Lucy. You guys cannot have little babies. No, you cannot. No, you cannot. See, Nanette? Say hi, Nanette. Say hi to Nanette. You want to get down? You want to get? Go. You want to go get? Here. Oh my goodness. You're too long. He won't get his legs off my fans. Oh my goodness. We are all like, ooh, puppy, he's just precious. Yeah, we needed a puppy to end that ugliness. No notifications, sorry? Yeah, I don't know. That's Roman's third appearance. That's his third appearance on YouTube. Third time. Third time on YouTube. His dad's coming home tonight, so. Hey, Kubi, thank you. Hugs for Roman. Thank you. That's very nice. I have to see what time he's landing. Do you know what time that they're landing?
I don't know what time to land at. He said he's going to be home sometime around 10. Not sure. He said he's going to text me so that I can be there when he gets there.
Well, then they must have already landed. Then if they're going to be, well, maybe not. It depends. I know on going down, they had to go to Miami and then, Tabitha, well, he's my son's dog. So it's not up to me to fix Roman or decide if they're going to fix him or decide what they're going to do. That's my son's dog. We're babysitting. Did he sign a release? I know, Callie Catdales. I did let him know that Roman has made appearances. You're Roman's agent?
Did you say what kind of dog he is? People want to know what kind of dog he is.
He's a dachshund. He's a piebald dachshund. Piebald. Roman, what are you doing? No, Lucy's on the other end. We have to keep them apart. He should have his own Instagram channel. He should. A dachshund, Kubi. Remember when dogs had... What? 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 Hey, Rebecca. You want a dog so bad? I love that will never be. No, yeah, Saving Evie, they can't. Their puppies would look like wiry-haired dachshunds, I guess, but come on. Come on. Steve still does, but most don't. You don't have a problem with Steve lusting after females? You've never heard of the piebalds? Yeah, there's one, it's so funny that in the dachshund group that looks just like Roman. My son's like, I think that's my dog, but it's not. You think he'd be up on his bread? Nerve. I would love to have a cat. My husband says no. Our doggies are nervous about all the marching bands going by near us. Really, Madeline? So that was some storm in the UK, huh? You people in the UK, I guess you had not had weather like that. Very, very severe. I saw some of that in news clips. Pretty severe stuff going on, and it was going around, and we had very high winds, and a lot of you guys had high winds and stuff all at the same time. It was freaky. You're going to Arizona in a week, and your mom keeps asking, are you driving? Are you driving? Mardi Gras in New Orleans. Oh, gotcha, Madeline. I don't know why I thought, Madeline, you're in the UK. I don't know why I think you're in the UK. I don't know why. I have 2 black fuzz butt cats. Very cute. Vinny's sister has her own Instagram. Hi, Marcy. Love you too. Rescue 6, hello there. Robin birds playing outside. Really? You have robins already? Huh. It's supposed to warm up later in this week. When's it warming up, Jimmy?
Why?
What's the temperature going to be today?
Let me see. Right now it's 30, 31. Unless that's the highest I go. But it's going to be nicer the rest of the week, supposedly.
Yeah, it's going to get nicer the rest of the week, so that'll be good. That'll be good. The storm is hitting again. Really, Victi? Stay safe. It looked pretty brutal. I don't think you've had weather like that for a long time, right?
Yeah, it's about it, man. What's the warmest it's going to go? 34. It says 34, but it's 31 out.
You're in Florida. It's nice, John. What part of Florida, Jonathan?
Huh?
I know I'm asking what part of Florida Jonathan's in. You have a lot of them? A lot of robins? That's good. You guys went on with the auction. I fell asleep. I was so tired. I don't know who was on when I left. It's Bink. I don't know. I think it was early on, maybe 12 or so. And then you guys were on till what time? 2 in the morning with the auction or something? I don't even know who came on or what was going on. I don't even know how that was even handled, because I went to sit in the massage chair and I fell asleep. I couldn't handle it anymore. I was too tired, and we had some craptastic minions from other channels coming in. MD, did you have were you around with a channel that says MND, and you were talking about prices of makeup palettes? Was that you? Because I can swear that it was. You had about 10, 11 hours of auctions? Yeah, I don't know who came on after It's Bink, because I fell asleep when It's Bink was on, and I don't think she was on after that. So I think it was somebody else. I have no idea. You woke up at the point and Jimmy had to come over. Oh, that's right. Rebecca came on. That's right, because I did hear that. I did hear her auctioning off spools and then Jimmy. Yes, I heard that. Really, MD? It was so weird because someone has like your avatar, but they have an ampersand between the M and the D, and I'm like, oh, look at that, M and D already started a new channel. Yeah, Janae, I just conked out. I clicked on my camera, I grabbed the phone that was over there, and then I went into the massage chair, and I just conked out. Dandy and Rebecca went back up. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe later on today, Nana. I don't know. I've got to get some stuff done today. I've got to find out when my son is coming back. I've got to spend some time with the family. 10 to 11 hours is crazy. I was in and out. I woke up and I saw Scooter live. Yeah, isn't that funny, Scooter? I heard Jimmy say, do you hate everyone or something? She's like, no, I was just sleeping. It was really bad in the Midlands, Tanya? Well, yeah, stay safe from the crazy weather. It's very sunny out. I feel like going for a walk with Roman. Do you think it's too cold to go for a walk around the lake with Roman? Maybe I'll do that, Roman. I'll have to bundle up. What?
It says it's 31 degrees. But also, they asked if you're going to have an auction today, right?
Yeah, I'm not going to have an auction right now. No way. Jimmy's reading the chat. He's on a worse delay than I am. You know what, Robin? I think my lips are still in the studio effects. All it does is lips and eyebrows. Scooter had to do it, and I think it's got me on every... I'm going to take that off because my lips look weird. But that's Scooter always with this stuff. Let's see. Who leaves it? Leave it to Scooter to find this stuff. How do I turn my lips off? It says my lips are not on. None. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. That's none. Oh, that's a mustache or beard. Wait, now try that. Now those are my real lips. I like my real lips better. Those other lips were kind of scary to me. Thank you. And speaking of my real lips, where's my lip gloss that I'm going to sell later? Because I've only used it a couple of times. I'm only using it a couple of times. We're going to sterilize it, but I'll sell it to you, and I'll sell it for you at I'll go to the retail price, okay, even though I didn't pay that price because it was in a subscription box, but I'll sell it to you at the retail price, and I'll slice that price in half. Oh my gosh. What comment, Scooter? What comment did I miss? Let me see. Carolyn, oh Carolyn, I said you look very nice today. Thank you, Scooter. But I like my natural lips much better than the lips, the faker lips you wanted me to put on. Did you ever try the mood-changing chapstick? You know what? I thought that I did, but I don't remember. Isn't that a good deal, Shannon? That's a good deal. Come on. But I was going to bake bread today. I always want to bake bread today. And then it's like I always get like this, before I go to bed, all these ideas of what I'm going to do the next day. And then when the next day comes, I'm like, Yeah, Zoom also made them too big, I think. But anyway, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna probably take Roman for a walk. I gotta find out when my son is coming home. Let me see if I can find out anything from Facebook. Let me see here. It says he's active now. Let me ask him. Might be on a layover or something. He's answering. He's right down. I said, "Where are you? When do you land?" We're going to stay another 3 months. We love it so much here. And they could, too. He said if he worked from home, he would definitely spend the winter there. Let me see. Oh, they're leaving. They're in Miami. They're in Miami, and they're leaving Miami, and they'll be in New York City in 2.5 hours. So he'll be home early. Jimmy.
Yeah.
Michael and Gia are in Miami.
Wait, what did you say, honey?
Michael and Gia are leaving Miami right now.
Oh, really?
They'll be in New York City in 2.5 hours. Oh, little Roman. We're going to miss Roman. We're going to miss Roman. We're going to miss Roman. Of course. We're going to miss Roman. I thought you got your lip pierced, then I realized it was dust on my screen. Oh, come on, MD. Really? Can we just keep the dog? I know. Roman. My son and his fiance, they're leaving. They're taking off from Miami now. So prayers for a safe flight. Hi, Kelly Bundizo. I see you are already. You will have to give him back. You better snuggle with him now. Yeah. I'm going to take him for a walk. Hello, everyone. Who's that? Pauline Shami? You watched about 2 hours of animal videos before bed, and somehow that one popped up? Which one? I get all kinds of crazy videos in my feed. Yeah, Roman will miss Lucy. Very funny whisper to me. You better be missing her. Yeah, I would be too. I'd like to go where it's warm. I'd like to go to Sanibel Island. I would like to be in Sanibel Island right now. I would like that very much. Hi, Tanya Stevens. You would love to take a trip to New York? Someone said our kitchens look alike in my live the other day. Oh, really? Cool. Anyway, what you did on the other side of the country. I'm gonna go take Romy for a walk and just relax. Romantic Roman night. Might not want romantic Roman might not want to leave. No, he wants to go to his dad. Are you kidding? He is so attached. He's like a second skin. He loves men especially. That's what my son said. That's why he follows Jimmy around like a second skin. But he loves men, to hang around with men, and Luke and him, yeah, for Ethan, me, you know, I'm the second choice because he likes, G is the second choice too, because he likes men first. What are you gonna do? Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Everybody have a good one. Let me see, how do I end this? End this over here. I don't know, don't pay any attention to the auction.